Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to the fourth quarter talk. I'm your host, Big Duke, all fight, no smoke. Today, guys, we got a special show today, guys. We're going to get into something that's real special, man. We're going to talk about something that we haven't been talking about before, and that is self-care in the forms of what we do in emergency situations. Like, for instance, say you're in the house and say that you suddenly have a cardiac arrest situation, or what will your loved ones do and stuff like that. What will you do in this situation? So today, guys, we're going to touch on some of the things that you can do for emergency situations, and some of the things to prevent. Even going down that road. So it's an old myth that this right here just affect old age. Well, that's why it's a myth. It's a lot of stuff out here, guys, that we're not privy to, that we're going to enlighten you guys on today, as far as why you need to sit there and take care of yourself, and hopefully, you can sit there and take some courses and take care of each other. So with that being said, I'm gonna open up the floor with my man Bruce Goals. What's going on, fam? And Underrated. What's good?
Salute my brother Big Duke. Salute the number one grinder out there, man. Yeah, definitely an extremely important thing, man. It can happen anywhere, anytime, and that's why CPR is an important three letters to know the meaning of them. Know how to deal with it. We're gonna talk about that for a little while, and it's just, it might be the most important thing you listen to. A lifesaver.
Absolutely, man. Brother Grinder, what's good with you, fam?
I'm good, thank you. Shout out to Brother Bruce Goals, and shout out to you, Duke 24. Please subscribe to those channels. It's very important, and this is very important, especially like if you live by yourself. So we're gonna talk about different stuff like that, and I'll tell you what I do and certain things that we need to pay attention to.
Salute, man. Salute. That's what we're talking about today, guys. Again, man, we're gonna get into this topic. This is the first time that we had talked about this on this show, about cardiac arrest and stuff like that. And what's the difference between somebody's going through cardiac arrest and somebody's actually having a heart attack? So we're gonna talk about that, break that down. What's the difference and stuff like that, and how to prevent it. But before we do that, what's been going on in the fitness world today, Brother Bruce, man? Before we get into the topic, I got a funny video I want to show you guys.
You know it, Duke. The name of the game in the fitness world is we want to put muscle on. We hear all kind of crazy ways how to do it, and we know we've been through this rigmarole for more years than we've been walking this earth combined, the two of us, bro. And there's only one way to do it, bro. That's hard work, proper training, proper nutrition, and you're gonna hear all kind of crazy. You're gonna see all kind of crazy ways that people have to to improve their physiques. But you take it all with a grain of salt, man. You listen to Big Duke 24 over here. You want to get yourself a little bit of muscle.
All facts, man. All facts, man. You know the deal. All fight, no smoke. Salute to everybody on the stopped into the building. Rain and Woman is in the building, man. No nonsense is in the building. Salute to you guys and everybody watching from a bird's eye view. We're gonna get into it, man. So we want to sit there and say this, guys. Everything that glitter is not gold. You can say a lot of stuff just because you got a title on top of your name, just because you got like some type of acronym behind your name. Again, doesn't mean shit to a lot of people. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So a lot of times you got to be mindful of the people that's giving you this information. So we want to sit there and show you guys something, because if somebody's looking at this right here, Bruce and JT, if somebody's looking at this, they'll be like, oh man, this shit make perfect sense. Well, no, it doesn't. So the first thing is, we won't get into this clip. I want to show a clip first before we get into the show. So check this out, man. And this is coming from a doctor, guys. This is coming from a legit doctor. So check this out. Let's go.
In 6 weeks, no steroids. Wait a minute. Dr. Joel Seedman, does anyone actually take this guy serious anymore? Have you seen the exercise he's telling people to do? Eccentric just means lengthening of the muscle. So on the downward part of the bicep curls.
Stop the show. Again, guys, it was a while ago that I talked about the 3 phases of a rep. Okay, you got 3 phases of a rep, guys: concentric, eccentric, and an isometric phase of a rep. So that's what he's just saying right here. You got 3 phases of a rep: eccentric, isometric, and concentric phase. Let's go.
Isometrics, that's when there's no change in muscle length. Does it actually make sense that you're going to gain more muscle by balancing on one foot with your leg in front and doing bicep curls? If anything, it's going to make it harder to build muscle because you don't have the proper balance. You can't put as much exertion on the bicep muscle if you're worried about falling over. So just because he has the word doctor in front of his name doesn't mean he's giving you scientific information. It could mean he's using his degree to fool you. So just because a doctor says it's going to put on 17 pounds of muscle in 6 weeks, doesn't mean it is.
Facts. So again, that just goes to show you guys everything that glitters not gold. And then, like I said, somebody will follow him, Brother Bruce, and they would actually follow suit on that, especially if you just a novice into the gym or you just trying to get your feet wet into the game. Somebody will actually follow that information right there. Go ahead, you got it.
Yeah, when I was a wide-eyed kid just stepping into the gym, I was following that information myself. I was looking at those Charles Atlas ads, the bully kicking sand in your face, the GNC kits. I mean, there's so many things out there. It's incredible. But like Bonham and Bailey said, there's an ass for every seat. So you just have to be aware. You hear all crazy promises. Where we know, man. It's a basic thing. If you want to start looking better, you have to change things, man. If you the way you look, you can't continue what you're doing. And this is a really good room to to learn the basics or a way to start a good physical program. Today we're going to talk about something that may happen in your lives, man. Somebody may go into cardiac arrest. It could happen when you're leaving the house tonight. Somebody could drop right in front of you, and what would you do? And that's the situation. There's a very small window of opportunity, and knowing a little is better than knowing nothing. And we're going to get you started over here. So if anybody has any CPR training, they can chime in afterwards. Right now, we're going to go through some of the basics of it. It's very important, man. It's extremely important. It happened to me before, and Big Duke's going to expound on that a little bit.
Ooh, and before I get to my man JT, ask yourself this, guys. For those of you who live alone. You know what I'm saying? Ask yourself, do you have a plan? What is your plan? What would you do in a emergency situation? What would you do if something was to happen to you? Do you have anything that you can help yourself with or help others with? Do you know how to help somebody else that say they went into a cardiac arrest situation? Do you know how to help that person? Or are you going to sit there and yell? Do you know the procedures? What do you do? So that's some of the stuff that we're going to talk about today, guys. Can you help yourself? Better yet, can you help others? You know what I'm saying? With that being said, JT, what you got, man?
All I could say for me, I could talk like this. For me, being lived by myself for a minute now, my back was hurting me real bad.
Right.
I couldn't. I gotta help myself. So I was in pain. So I had a friend take me to the hospital. Sometimes you have to rely on people. So what happened was I had to get the medicine, and then I had to do the necessary things. And I did not get no help. So it's very, very important. Like you and Bruce say, you have to have a plan. Plan 1, plan 2, plan B. Have all plans. Make sure it works all at the same time. It's all about taking care of yourself. That means learn about, because I'm gonna learn next year. I'm gonna learn about CPR. I'm gonna learn about different things that better take care of myself. Or even like what y'all was saying, if anybody that needs help, you can help them. So it's very, very important that we got to take more time for ourselves to learn to live properly, because anything can happen. Like again, my back was hurt. I was in bed practically almost 3 weeks, and I had to do everything myself, and it's tiring. It got to get done because I didn't get no help. So you have to understand, when you live by yourself, you're not going to get the help that you should if you live with somebody else. They ain't knocking it, but these are facts. These are facts that you have. Anybody live by themselves has to understand. So that means you have to be a step ahead of the game when it comes to your health.
No doubt. Salute to my man, the nameless protagonist don't drop into the building. And salute to my man, the genius Ciova don't drop into the building, man. So salute. Trex, man, what's good with you, fam?
Salute. What's going down with y'all?
What it do, man. So I want you to jump on this video, man, that I'm gonna show it again, guys, man. So there's some weird shit, man, that they got this doctor demonstrating this exercises to do. And based off the fact that he got the word DR in front of his name, that everybody think the information is relevant, but it's actually, he's spewing a lot of falsehoods out there. So with that being said, let's take a little look at this video, guys. Check it out.
17 pounds of muscle in 6 weeks, no steroids. Wait a minute. Dr. Joel Seedman, does anyone actually take this guy serious anymore? Have you seen the exercise he's telling people to do? Eccentric just means lengthening of the muscle, so on the downward part of the bicep curls. Isometrics, that's when there's no change in muscle length. Does it actually make sense that you're going to gain more muscle by balancing on one foot with your leg in front and doing bicep curls? If anything, it's going to make it harder to build muscle because you don't have the proper balance. You can't put as much exertion on the bicep muscle if you're worried about falling over. So just because he has the word doctor in front of his name doesn't mean he's giving you scientific information. Could mean he's using his degree to fool you. So just because a doctor says it's going to put on 17 pounds of muscle in 6 weeks, doesn't mean it is.
And y'all, did y'all see they put NFL athlete, you know what I'm saying, right there to make you look like, oh man, an NFL athlete doing it, so it must work. Go ahead, man, Trey, you got it, fam.
Well, when I see stuff like that, like when it comes to fitness and health, I think it's kind of simple. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to build muscle, we need to build up our protein. We need to get into some progressive overload with our training and stuff like that. If you want to lose weight, we need to get into a caloric deficit. It's really kind of simple. So people like him, they want to make it more complicated. You know what I'm saying? Because if they simplify, we don't need him anymore. Ooh. So they got to put some bells and whistles on it and stuff and try to make it seem like they got a secret that everybody else don't know. But the secret is this stuff is simple, man. Like I just explained, progressive overload, getting into a caloric deficit if you want to lose weight, stuff like that. That's what it's all about. We don't need the bells and whistles.
There you go, speaking logic again, man. There you go, speaking all that logic again, man. So,
I think I figured out who Dr. Joel is. I think he's a chiropractor, and those exercises are to get him more business.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. It's to get him more business, man. It's definitely not to put on 17 pounds of muscle. It's definitely not to do that shit. Hell no, man. Hell no. I would never see him in the gym. I hope not. So with that being said, man, without further ado, Mr. Pazor, what's good, fam? Let's get into the topic, man. Let's get into it. We're going to jump into it. And no, we do it here, man. We keep it half short, twice as strong. Let me share my screen here, guys. Let's jump right into this thing. Let me see. Let me share that. Share that. Let's see that. Cool. Make that bigger. All right. What's this? That. All right. So again, guys, we're gonna talk about health awareness, man. That's the main thing today, man. We're gonna talk about health awareness, and like JT said, man, it doesn't matter who you are. Anybody and everybody can be helped. You know what I'm saying? It don't take much. It's just a matter of do you know how to do it, and do you want to sit there and take the time to do it? Because we don't think about these things until it actually hit us. Only time we think about this stuff is when it actually hit us. And a lot of times what you guys do is you guys hear us talking, but are you listening? That's the key point. Are you hearing? You may hear what we're saying, but are you listening to what we're talking about? So let's take Jennifer Lawrence. Everybody know her, the actor from what the movie is. The Hunger Games, whatever that shit is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's take her. While walking her dog on the streets of Santa Monica, California, Lawrence saw a woman collapse just feet from her. Immediately, Lawrence leaped into the woman's side, calling paramedics and attempted to revive her with CPR and first aid. She stayed with the woman until the paramedics arrived. Again, you know what I mean? You got a prominent actress here, you know what I'm saying, that's world known, you know what I'm saying, but at the same time, she knew how to actually proceed with some healthcare, CPR to be exact, to help this woman out. The second case, marathon runner Cal Woods. Cal Woods was transported to the hospital soon after he crosses the finish line for his first half marathon. A team of 6 emergency personnel took turns performing chest compressions and sending electric shots through the defibrillator of his heart. I mean, he was in the cardiac arrest. If they haven't been trained in CPR and been ready available, the completion of the Wood first half marathon would have turned out ended differently. So in other words, he would have died. And it doesn't take much. And then the third case, guys, again, the third case is the most startling of all of them. You know what I'm saying? This young girl, Allie DeMarco, She found her dad face down. Michael had collapsed from cardiac arrest. Fortunately, Allie has just completed a babysitting CPR class where she was trained to perform chest compressions and rescue breathing exercises. After waking up from being in a coma for 6 days, doctors agreed that the quick response by his daughter was the main factor in his survival. Wow. Anybody want to chime in on that?
Yeah, it is second. I mean, you're talking about minutes right there. Minutes that'll double and triple your chances of survival. And these are people that know what to do, and that's what we talk about in here. It's be prepared, have that plan. And you just saw right there from some high profile people. And cardiac arrest can happen to anyone. It can be you can be in the best shape of your life. You can be like a marathon runner, like we're saying. And it's not like a heart attack. It's not like something that you cut off circulation by eating bad foods and not exercising. It can happen to anyone. It's a mystery to doctors to this day. But the thing is, it's an electrical problem, and we have the ability to jumpstart that once it happens. But you have to know what you're doing. It's a fast situation, and you have to be prepared like everything else. And that's the key. That's the key why these people are alive, and why they're not dead.
Excellent point, man. Grinder, Trey X was good.
Yeah, I just wanted to say this. When I was young, my pops had told me about when my great grandfather died, and that's his grandfather. He had said that he had collapsed on the front porch one day, and he didn't know CPR or nothing. All he could do was just hold him in his arms and call for help. And he basically died in his arms, and that was like a traumatic type of event for him. So he urged his kids to learn CPR just in case something like that happens. So I took CPR. I haven't taken it in a long time to get updated, but I did take it when I was in my 20s. And to this day, I keep one of those Laerdal face shields in my wallet just in case something goes down to where I got to administer CPR and I can, have the face shield and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to say that.
Well, now, to go more on your point, Trey, your father actually did the first step, and we're going to get into that a little bit later. I was surprised Bruce didn't chime in there. He actually held him in the arms and started yelling. That is one of the steps right there, but unfortunately, he didn't know the procedure to actually follow through with the other two steps. But we're going to get into that a little bit later. Grind, you got anything on before I go to the next one?
All I can say is just be informed. Be informed as much as you can. Get all the information you can and act on it. That's it.
All right.
Yeah, there's a procedure. I didn't want to chime in on my brother Trey X, but there's there are steps that you take if you see someone who's in cardiac arrest. Obviously, you first of all you have to survey the scene. It could be a fallen wire. There could be a hazard there. Make sure you can get to them safely. And you check the person for the response. And if there's no response, you immediately you call 911, and I'm sure Trey X's grandfather they didn't have that ability back then. And like Trey X was saying, man, we try to keep updated. I don't, but anybody who hasn't taken CPR, it's been advanced. There are some things we don't do that we did back then, but it's definitely there were the 4 steps. And you have to make sure that you do these things quickly. The time limit is fast. 3 minutes. Like Mr. Pad says, you have to make sure oxygen gets to that brain. You do that by with compression and with breathing. If you're doing like Trey is saying, he has the face shield. There are different guidelines now, but it's still basically the same principle. You have to jumpstart someone whose heart is stopped. And that's what CPR is all about. It's resuscitation, pulmonary resuscitation, and we'll keep going from there.
And guys, what you don't realize is that 3-minute window is a small window. I mean, if you see a loved one, you see somebody down, trust me, that's not a long time. It may seem like a long time. That is a small window to get somebody resuscitated and get them back up and moving around, so that at least till the paramedics come. So let's look at a big issue right here. So the leading cause of death amongst women, actually, is cardiovascular disease. Okay, and I'm not going. You can look at the pie chart right there for yourself, but I'm just go through the bullet points at the bottom. Heart disease is the leading cause of death for men women, and people of most racial and ethnic groups in the USA. Let me just say that. That's the first thing, guys. You realize that, and this coming. I can sit there and tell you, cite this right here. This is coming from CDC right here. So I forgot to put the site on there, but this is coming from the CDC. Number 2, cardiovascular disease claims more lives than all forms of cancer combined.
And Duke, if I can jump in a minute on the first point, the leading cause of death among women, and the fact is with CPR, more men survive CPR than women do, because they don't know if it's a correlation between men not wanting to put their hands there, but it's that the heart has stopped, and the fact is more men survive. They think the reason is because the genders, people don't want to put their hands where they normally wouldn't, but it's CPR. It's got to be done, and it might close that pie chart a little bit. But if a woman drops, if a man drops, it's not a sexual situation at all, bro.
Right.
We're saving a life.
And no. And actually, guys, to go more on that point, what Brother Bruce is saying is that you interlock your hands, and with the heel of your hand, you press. What he's saying is that from in this day and age, well, from that Me Too era, you press between the nipple points and stuff like that. And so, in other words, you got a man, when you're doing that, then that's what Brother Bruce is saying. That's why probably more men is alive than women when it comes to cardiac arrest. And the third one is, I'm sorry about that. Hold on a second. Shit. Okay. Only heart disease and what's that?
The second one.
The second one. Oh yeah. Cardiovascular disease claims more lives than all forms of cancer combined. Okay. So again, and you can look these up right here, guys, on CDC. It's right there for you. You know what I'm saying? Just put it in. You can see what I'm saying. And the third one is only heart disease and cancer kills more people in the U.S. than COVID-19 in 2020. Pay attention. Heart disease kills 690,882 people, and cancer killed 598,932 people. So again, guys, a lot of this stuff can and will take you off this planet if you're not mindful of what you're doing and how you go about doing it. Go ahead, Brother Treg. So JT, you got it.
I am not surprised at all, man, considering the way that we eat in this country. All this king size, this super size, that sugar over here, fat over there. Like, man, we got to tighten up on this, man. So that's why I'm just so happy that we got platforms like this to push doing the right thing so we can get them numbers down, because that's ridiculous.
Salute. JT, what's good?
And also repetition is very... No. Let me change that. Constructive repetition is very important.
No doubt. Brother Bruce, good. What's up, man?
Yeah, and see, we use excuses a lot in our society, and we're talking about having a cardiac arrest, and we said it could happen to anybody in the best shape. And a lot of people say, "Oh, well, hey, man, if it's going to happen to somebody in great shape, why should I even bother?" Man, that's what we don't want you to get out of this, because cardiac arrest can happen to anyone, but heart attacks, heart disease, high blood pressure, all the things that are related, with not being in shape, not having your heart, in good heart shape. That's all a part of it, with us. We're here to really, stress the cardiovascular exercises and the right things to put into your body, the right things in your diet to keep your heart disease as low as possible. But as far as a cardiac arrest goes, it can happen to anybody. That's why you have to be prepared for that situation. Learn CPR. You can practice those compressions between 2 inches, no more than 2.4 inches. You can practice that on your sofa. You can practice on your knee, because locking of the hands. But it's two different things. Yet it's all joined together in this in this health industry that we're in.
Man, let me get all three of you guys right there a round of applause for that, man. Salute. But that's what I'm talking about, guys, from Trex, man. With all this bad eating we getting right now, man. I just seen a line at Burger King, man, 2 for $6. You know what I mean? I just seen it, fam. Man. It is a long line to get that 2 for $6, fam. You know what I mean? Going to JT, man, what he talking about, man? Be aware, be conscious, be mindful, and bring it home with Brother Bruce, man, with all these excuses. Excuses don't excuse and explanations can't explain. We got to stop making and creating excuses. Yes, we do know as for a fact that the BMI, those numbers are skewed towards black females and black people, but that doesn't give you carte blanche to sit there and eat what the fuck you want. You got to be mindful of what you're bringing into your system, guys. You got to still be mindful. You can't be bringing in trash and knocking back sodas and Mountain Dews and shit. You can't do that. And then then on the back end say, well, those numbers are not for me. You know what I mean? That's bullshit, man. We got to be more mindful of what we're bringing into our system.
Yeah,
Let's continue.
let me throw this in too.
Go ahead.
And understand this, y'all, too. I know I said this in past shows that I've been on here, but I have to say this for a reminder. The holiday is the most vulnerable time. These are the ones in the food industry that had the 2 for $6, and McDonald's they had 2 for $5. These are the times that they want you to go for the sales, and these are the times that you have to have discipline, even for your kids. That I'm not going to take a week on this. We're going to stick to the plan to be healthy. So that means you have to have discussion with families, even if you don't live with a family. Like a person myself. It goes for me too. You have to have discussions with anybody that you know to have that reminder. And even how to shop is very, very important, especially, I mean, throughout the year, yes, but especially these times, because these are the times that they being lazy of the food, of the meats, they being lazy of the certain dish that they dishing out. You have to understand. You got to understand. This is the time they make their money.
Hey man, that's what I call all fire, no smoke. Hey guys, I can't see the chat. Y'all guys help me out on the chat, man. Save your questions.
Yeah, Mr. Pads is asking something out there. He says that Duke. I heard a sleep expert say that during light savings time, the risk of strokes and heart attacks increases by a lot. So, in other words, sleep is very important for prevention. Fact.
Yeah. All facts, no cap, man. Hell yeah. Absolutely, man. And you know, that stuff is vital, man. You gotta be mindful, guys. And then there's certain ways that you can sleep. You know what I mean? In the fetal position, they don't recommend that a lot of times you sleeping like on your back, or with with your face down and stuff like that. Also with that, without getting into the medical part of it, also it helps your spine. I talked about that before. You start talking about your vertebrae, you know what I mean, your cervical, your thoracic, and your lumbar section of your vertebrae. When you sleep in that fetal position, it protects that. You got to imagine if you 200, 300 something pounds, and you sleeping on your stomach, all that pressure is compressing, is pressing on that vertebrae. You know what I mean? So that's why a lot of times people wake up with lower back pain and back issues and stuff like that. So yeah, be mindful of that. But absolutely, Mr. Pazor, sleep is vital. So let's go to the next one, guys.
Hey, can I throw something in real quick?
You got it, Pazor. You go ahead, fam.
I was just gonna say, if you're a parent, it's very important to know CPR, in my opinion, because if something happens to your kid, you don't want to just be looking at them crying. You want to get to work on them until help gets there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even if you ain't got the most up-to-date knowledge on CPR, in my opinion, knowing something is better than nothing. Like I said earlier, like I haven't taken the CPR class since I was like 25 or something like that. But if I pass by you and you messed up, I think you will want me to try at least what I know on you until help get there. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to throw that off in there.
And let me build on that a little bit, Trey X too. Like you were saying, if your kids could are in that situation, and also, man, you can teach your kids too if you're in that situation what to do. You know, make sure they teach them a little chest compressions. Make sure they know how to knock on a neighbor's door immediately. Dial 911. Yeah, because it really is a family thing. You know, the CPR. It's definitely not a little. We don't want to just get it and put it in our pocket. We want to remember it. Pray to God we'll never have to be in a situation to use it. But if we are, man, be prepared. The whole family.
Absolutely, brother. But it goes back to the first slide, fellas, that I showed earlier with the 12-year-old girl saving her father. You know what I'm saying? So just like Trey said, you can do this, man. You can teach, or y'all can do it as a whole. Do it as a family. Go to like Brother Bruce, me and Brother Bruce were talking. Go to the fire station. Learn the CPR class, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Your local rec center. A lot of times they have those classes and stuff like that. Your town, they always have those classes and stuff like that. So find out what it is that you can do to help yourself and help others.
And the Boys and Girls Clubs too.
Say it again, brother.
And the Boys and Girls Club, some of the
Boys and Girls.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, YMCA everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah.
You,
They
you
out
just
there.
ask. You just tell Google you want to get CPR certified where you're at, and they'll give you 10 different places to call.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. So what to do? And we call these the 3 C's. And Brother Treg said this earlier about his father with his grandpa. He said he just held him in his hand and shout. That's why I said he got the first one down. Shake and shout. Are you okay? That's the first one. But then, the next step is, call 911. Direct someone to call 911 or make the call yourself if the person is unresponsive or struggling to breathe. And then the third one is begin forceful chest compressions at the rate of 100 per minute. A lot of times at this point, that's what I was saying, with the hands in the lock, with the heel of your hand between the 2 nipples, and then that's where you want to sit down and do those chest compressions. Now, again, guys, if you've seen my intro, again, guys, we are not doctors here, okay? We are not doctors here. So, again, we just give you informative information that you can apply. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, there are courses out there. The Boys and Girls Club, the fire station. Go and tell somebody that you want to get CPR certified, and they will help you with that. Go ahead, fam. Y'all got it.
Oh yeah, related to that machine, that lawnmower that stopped in your yard. You have to keep pulling that cord until it starts up. It's like CPR. Know what you're doing. Know that every 30 chest reps, if you're going to do breathing CPR, that's when you do 2 breaths. But it's just like, we can't stress. It has to be done immediately. It has to be done within 2 or 3 minutes. If not, 90% of people that have cardiac arrest don't make it out of the hospital. So but yet hitting someone within 2 or 3 minutes of having a cardiac episode doubles or triples their chances for survival. So it's very important. We're in an elbow to shoulder, elbow to elbow society. Be prepared. I was in a situation where I saw my neighbor drop. I didn't know what was going on. I ran over there. I didn't know CPR at the time, but his wife asked anybody if they knew. I was just hitting the chest. I was giving the chest. I was doing the reps on the chest, and somebody else was giving him the mouth to mouth. The man died, but when the paramedics came, they said, what you guys did was better than nothing. He said it was good that you did it, and then he told us to learn CPR, and I did. I learned it almost immediately, and man, it's one of those things where I hope it never happens again, but if it does, man, I'm prepared for that now, and plus I've been through that initial, the panicky period. You have to take control of the situation. Yeah. You call 911. You make sure nobody obstructs breathing over here. Give this man some room. It really is. It's something you have to get your CPR card, and you learn all this stuff at the in the classes. But bringing them to reality, believe me, it can happen.
Yeah, and let me say this to you. That's an excellent point, Brother Bruce, because sometimes when a person get hurt, our first attention is to make sure they're okay. But the first step, one of the few things, I'm glad you brought that point. You got to get them air, because the more you give them air, the better it is for them. And also, you give them room to whoever do CPR. They have room to work on them and everything. You just call them up. Be sure be a few inches away. And make sure to be calm. Be calm. You got to be calm. Because there's a lot of anxiety has happened. So I'm trying to keep the anxiety down much as can.
Fact. And like Simthick said out there, man, right. Always call 911 or assign someone in the crowd to call 911. Exactly. Right. People assume when there's a crowd, somebody's just going to call it. Take charge, man. You call 911. Point somebody out with the phone.
To go on your point, Brother Bruce, unlike you, fortunately, I haven't been in a situation where I had to perform CPR. Now, do I need to perform? Can I perform CPR on somebody to help save their life? Yes. Do I know it? Yes. But I haven't been. Fortunately for me, I haven't been in that situation to actually try to save somebody's life. But but the thing is that your anxiety going and stuff like that, and going back to the 3-minute window, guys, that is a short window. Listen to me. Let me explain something to you. You think that's, just is it's when somebody's laying there and they unresponsive and stuff like that, your mind is racing, what to do. know what I'm saying? So you got to sit there and perform. So it's best to get knowledgeable about what you're doing and stuff like that and how to do it. Again, going back to the girl Allie, 12 years old. I mean, she did it for a baby class. So you can do this or get a family member to do it. Go ahead, Trey. You got it before I go to the next.
I was just gonna say, don't forget to check for airway obstruction too. You know what I'm saying? And I want to speak on. I want to just throw something in too on what you were saying earlier about the spine, because as men, we like to keep our wallets in our back pockets a lot.
Yeah.
And,
you sit.
get that wallet out your back pocket, put it in your front pocket, especially when you sit down, like in your car and you're driving, because they throw your spine out of line. You know what I'm saying? Especially people like truck drivers and stuff like
there
that.
You go.
You sitting down for hours and hours and hours, man, and that can mess your spine up. So I just want to throw that in there.
Nah, you exactly right. You know what I mean? You sitting like that, like you said, you sitting with that big wallet on your hip, and then you leaning to the side. Imagine doing that for 4 hours, man. You'll throw your back all out of whack, man. So let's get into it, man. So the next one is how to do chest compressions only CPR. Again, man, with the victim on the floor, kneel beside him, place the heel of one hand on top of the other, lock your elbows, aim for the middle of the chest on the sternum. That's between the nipples, like I said earlier. Push as hard as fast. Try for 100 per minute, 100 compressions per minute. That's what 100 /minute mean. Take turns with another person when tired. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's just how to do it. So giving you a visual, guys, of actually how to do it. And going back to what Trey said earlier, guys, man, even if you don't know, try to do something. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what I noticed too in a lot of classes, people tend to lean on that when they make that position and do the compressions. Don't lean on the person.
Right.
Learn how to do the compressions with your arms. So that's just something that I found very, very common in the CPR classes.
And to go more on that point, Trey, I thought to you, take somebody like myself, all right, with that in this position right here, and go what Brother Bruce said. If I'm on that person's sternum and I'm putting all 270 something plus 80 something pounds on that person's sternum, and I'm pressing down, I'm gonna compound that situation. I'm gonna make it worse. So again, you use your arm to extend your arms out, and you can see, if you can see the guy here, he is not on top of the person, he is actually rocking back on his knees. Go ahead, Trey.
And I have heard of people accidentally breaking ribs while they perform CPR too. So I'm with y'all 100%. But like I said earlier, before I even get to this point right here, I would check for airway obstruction first and then go into my compressions. You know what I'm saying?
Right. There'd be some blockage in there. Don't hit a crab leg or something, you know. I'm messing.
CPR is ideal for victims of drowning. And the obstruction right there is the first thing you check for. You know, I remember my days as a lifeguard. That's CPR certified. I wasn't even paying attention really at the time, but they were going through CPR. No, they weren't even CPR certifying, but chest compressions. Lay them down at an angle where it's all going to come out of their heads, and just make sure that there's no obstructions in the mouth. And that's definitely one of the top rules with CPR, bro.
Absolutely.
Got to get the air. Got to get the air in there, bro. Get those clean airwaves.
Hey, and don't forget about this too. If you get some success out your CPR and they start breathing on their own and stuff like that, put them in left side recovery position.
Yeah, all right, Trey. So go ahead and explain to the people why the left side, fam.
I don't remember exactly why, but they just told us left side recovery was the best position for them. But I don't remember why though.
Easy money. Go ahead, help him out, Brother Bruce. Easy money.
Oh, the heart's located in the left side.
There you go. Don DeMarco. Nah, that's because the heart is on that side, fam. That's why. Put him on the left side, because the heart is on that side.
Increase the circulation.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, let's get into it, man. 3 important reasons to know CPR. Easy money, like my brother said, man. First one is learn CPR because, as simple as it is, it may save someone you love. In the event that a loved one falls victim to a cardiac event, you don't want to be helpless bystander. You want to have the power to be their lifeline. So in other words, imagine, you know what I'm saying, you could have taken the time, that person right there is just dying in your arms, and you could have did something about it. Like that's something that stay in your head, man. That's, you know what I mean? That's just something that stay with you. They don't just leave, you know what I mean? After that, it's over with. They going. They ain't just gonna get up and like, damn, man, you could have saved me. Nah, fam, they out of here. Number 2, cardiac arrest can affect anyone. And I mean anyone on this panel, anyone in this chat, and anybody watching from a bird's eye view. You are not immune. Just because I'm in great shape, just because I can bench set amount of weight, doesn't matter. Just because underrated can walk set amount of miles, doesn't matter. Just because, you know what I'm saying, Trez can do tons of push-ups and box, doesn't matter. Brother Bruce, doesn't matter. So anybody can be effective with this, guys. So while it, and I want to sit there and go over this point, while it's true that certain risk factors do exist, such as age, gender, and heart disease, the real issue is a lot more complicated. SCA, which is sudden cardiac arrest, can occur at any age. Additionally, cardiac arrest often impact people with no previous diagnosed heart condition. Y'all need to hear that, man. For real. That's why it's so important to be prepared to take action. So in other words, be proactive and learn how to do this stuff instead of just waiting until something happens. And then the last one, CPR can save a cardiac arrest victim life. Cardiac arrest can occur at any time. In fact, it's the #1 killer worldwide. Most SCAs incidents occur at home, 69.5%. Another occur in public, 18.8%. Go ahead, fellas.
Yeah, it's tough to expound on that, Duke, but it's out there, and you know we can stay in shape. That's what we do. Can't use this as an excuse. The only thing we can do for this is be prepared for it. Know CPR. Make sure people around you know CPR. You know, we try to we talk health in here. We talk longevity, life extension. You know, building muscle. But cardiac arrest, it can affect anyone. See how that's highlighted there? It can affect anyone, any condition, any shape, any sex, any age, really. And if you're prepared for it, then we can be part of this of the situation. You know, be part of the helping the situation, man. And that's those magic 3 minutes. You know, breaking that apart from what we do, we work prevention around here. We want to make sure we don't become victims of a heart attack, which is, you know, it differs from cardiac arrest. You know, we want to make sure that it's not a circulatory problem. You know, we eat the foods, we keep our lungs healthy. We keep our organs healthy. You know, but all that, it can happen to any cardiac arrest, anybody, anytime. And the only thing we can do for that is be prepared if it does happen. And that's what this show is about. You know, learn CPR, bro. It's very, very simple.
Yeah, and I want to say we need to just practice maintenance on our bodies, like we do maintenance on our cars. Now, just because you do maintenance on your car don't mean that you won't have issues, but you give your car the best chance to be successful and not have issues. We got to do the same thing with our body. We got to make sure that we got strong hearts, so we got malleable blood vessels and stuff that ain't all stiff and stuff from plaque build up and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we do that through eating right and exercise. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, all facts, no cap, man. Go ahead, JT.
I'm saying just to be vigilant. Very important. Be vigilant all the time. Have a plan. Like the brothers is talking about on here. Just have a plan and stick to it. No short term, but long term.
And that's what we're trying to do, guys, is get you guys to be more proactive, man. We know that at the end of the day, man, it's Friday. Y'all couldn't be any place else, but y'all decided to be here, man, to get this information right here from me, Trex, Bruce Goals, and JT. You know what I'm saying? But y'all could have been anywhere, but y'all want to hear this information. So since you're here, why don't you go ahead and be proactive? I think a CPR course, maybe depending on your state, $30, $35, $40 at the max. You know what I'm saying? It's something simple. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, man, to know that right there and know how to do it, to know how to perform it, you know what I mean, can save your life. You know what I'm saying? So, and now what we want to talk about, guys, is that going back to being alone. You know what I mean? I know myself, I live solo. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about these brothers up here, but I live solo. But the thing is, we're going to talk about some preventative measures that you can help yourself from even going down this road. Now, again, I'm not immune to it. It still can happen to me. But at the same time, not saying that it can't. I'm going to try to prevent it, you know what I mean, as much as I can. So,
yeah, definitely. See, cardiac arrest, Duke, as we know, that can happen to anybody, and there is no prevention for that. but
Facts.
there's other
Facts.
coronary issues that we can prevent. And if somebody does have cardiac arrest, the better shape we're in, the better we can handle that situation, man. Because I know people who physically couldn't handle a situation. You know, be in shape. Take care of the other issues in your heart, like Trey X was saying, like the grinder, and like Duke, man. It's what we eat and how the importance of training. And you know, cardiac arrest can happen. There's nothing you can do about that, but be prepared if it happens around you, or hope the people around you are prepared. It's concise, bro. Very simple.
Right, and that's gonna segue into our next slide, guys. Man, like I said, tips for preventing cardiac arrest. You know what I mean? You can't. There's no underlying issues. Just like I said in one of the previous slides. I mean, it's much more complicated than just age, gender, and sex and stuff like that. It's much more complicated than that. So, but there are some things that you can help. You know what I'm saying? That you can help, and these three right here is at the forefront. Number one, eating a healthy diet. Avoid foods that's high in cholesterol, sugar, and high carbohydrates. These kind of food increase your bad cholesterol levels, which clog your arteries, what Trex just said, and prevent proper blood flow. So I'm gonna start right there and let your boys get it, man. Y'all go ahead. Y'all got it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then there are also the things that you can eat that'll help you with your blood flow. You know, the vasodilators, like the things like beets, the things like kale, spinach. You know, they're actually extracting and making these things in supplementation. You know, when you can eat the whole thing, and that's so true, man. Eating for a healthy heart. You know, just to bring up another point. That people in the Mediterranean, you know, they scientists was studying how long life, but their diets were high in fats, but yet they were the healthy fats. You know, they were from the nuts and from the fish. You know, a whole different lifestyle. But then the Mediterranean diet caught on. I mean, eating a heart healthy diet is simple. Just stay away from the bad stuff. That's all, man. Stay away from the clogging stuff.
Exactly, man. Go ahead, Trex. You got it on point number one, eating a healthy diet.
Yeah, and also it's cool to jump in the sauna every now and then too, because like Bruce Gold was just talking about the can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, he was just talking about like the vasodilators as far as like the foods and stuff that you can eat. But it's also good to use the warmth as a vasodilator too. So I like to jump up in the sauna whenever I get a chance. It's relaxing, and I can just I can just look at my blood vessels like in my forearms and stuff. The motherfucker be,
them toxins are dripping out of you when you're in that sauna, bro.
Yeah, you can just look at your blood. You can just see. I can't think of the word that what's the word when your blood vessels is showing real good, like real dilated?
Vascularity.
Yeah, the vascularity, you can just see it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna throw that in there. Just jump in the sauna every now and then too, in addition to the vasodilators that you like to eat, so you can keep that malleability in your blood vessels.
Absolutely. Brother Bruce, do me a solid, man. Tell the chat, man, one more time. Go over those foods that you're gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? That would help. Going back to the beets and stuff like that, the spinach, and I know you could list off a couple more. So
See, I'm in fact, I'm going to tell you a little story on why I know a little bit more than most people about these foods. Because you know, I have a dog. Many people have seen him. You know, pit bull that I adopted. He was a rescue dog, and anyway, a year after I got him, he had this skin condition. And I literally spent thousands of dollars going to the vet trying to figure out what this was. They were giving him cortisone shots. They were giving him a special product that they had for food, telling me to stop giving him the food I was giving it to him. But they weren't explaining why, and none of the stuff they were giving me was working. And I made an appointment with a dog dermatologist that I found, but she had a 4-month waiting list, and I had to give her a credit card number. But anyway, during those 4 months, I found a homeopathic veterinarian that lived nearby. Anyway, I made the appointment because I had been to literally 3 vets, and my poor dog, he looked like I didn't know what was going on with him. The vet asked me about the diet, and anyway, she asked me if I'd mind making a special diet for him, and I would, but my sweetheart wife wouldn't. I know that she loves the dog with her heart. Anyway, the vet gave me a diet. She gave me a diet with shiitake mushrooms and beets and kale and celery and spinach and pumpkin and all these are vasodilators. They'll increase blood flow, and within a month the dog's fur started growing back normally. He started gaining weight. He stopped having diarrhea, and it was a blood flow issue. I should have known this, man. I'm a nutritional technician. I was giving people diets to get them healthy, but I didn't realize it applied to dogs. And that's the power of foods, man, especially, like I said, those vasodilators, the beets. You go to a nutritional store now and they'll give you a beet powder that you can put in your protein shake, man. When you can, beets are cheap and they're plentiful.
Yeah.
And kale, spinach, so many of those things. But just, you can Google vasodilating vegetables, and there's a lot of them out there. And I just wanted to add that little anecdotal thing about my dog. The power of eating these things, man. It's stronger than drugs, injections. People were I thought the dog was going to die, seriously, and now he's healthy, wild. I mean, he's in better shape than Big Duke up there. So shout out to a healthy diet, man.
Salute, man. Salute. Hey guys, point number 2, man, is easy as it sounds, man. It sounds simple, but at the same time, people very seldom put into practice. Stay active. I mean, start getting moving. Like we talked about before, guys. This is the best time to be active, man. Exercise. Let's read through it. Like, take 30 minutes a day to exercise. A brisk walk, a bike ride, or resistance training are great ways to stay fit and your heart healthy. And if you want to take that a step further, 150 minutes. I mean, do 150 minutes. That's 2.5 hours a week. That's what the recommendation is right there, guys. So again, the best thing you can do is stay active, man.
And we have the advantage too, Duke. If I can cut in now, we have our phones and our earbuds. We can put music on.
Easy.
Man, music is a PED. Music is a performance-enhancing drug. You can put some tunes on. You can get into a good cardio workout, a good run. That's just a little thing I wanted to drop in there, Duke. A little tool that we have now for training.
Nah, you said it. I like that. Music is a PED. It's a performance-enhancing drug. That's exactly right. That's it. That's what it is. That's what it should be. You know what I'm saying? So be mindful, guys, and then be active. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about it. Get ahead of the game. Be proactive. Go ahead, Brother Treg.
I wanted to just say this though. Yeah, we do have our phones and we have the music, but don't let your phone distract you and have you jacking around when you're supposed to be working too. When it's time to get to work, it's time to get to work. Don't be text messaging and all that kind of stuff. Let's hit this set, get the required rest or whatever you want to do. Or if you're doing supersets, let's go to the next set. Do not use your phone to jack around and mess around.
I'm talking about the beat, brother. Just the beat. That's all.
Yeah.
I wasn't really directing that towards you, Bruce. I'm just saying in general, a lot of people use their phones to bullshit while they supposed to be working in the gym.
Yeah.
I see it all the time, bro.
That's right. Go ahead, JT.
And also pick out music to listen to that will going to relax you. Don't have no loud music and stuff. Have some music that's going to relax you.
Oh, not me, man.
Put you. I say for me. I say for me because I sometimes I over the place. I go for me. I like some relaxation. It calms my mind and it keeps me focused. Now when I need to dance and stuff, that's different. But I'm just saying.
Salute Lala D out there.
Lala D in the building. What's going on, Lala D? What's up?
Sharon Marie, salute to you.
The queen.
Sharon Marie, what's going on, Marie? What's going on with you guys, man? Again, just the thing is, guys, again, going back to what we talked about earlier is that there's nothing that it's more complicated than just like these 3 points, but these 3 points will actually, get you ahead of the game and be more proactive to help you, kind of veer away from being having a cardiac arrest situation. And the last one is lose some damn weight, man. Lose some weight at the forefront, man. Lose some weight. Fat around your belly and your heart are especially detrimental to your heart health. Let's just start right there. Pause, man, real quick. Again, guys, that excess weight that's holding you, that you hold around your midsection and your waist area. That's it. Because a lot of times when I do my body compositions, Brother Bruce can attest to this right here. When I do my body composition, everybody want the guys, they want their shoulders, they want to see their chest and stuff like that. I'm looking at that fat around your waist area because that's where a lot of the food right there, that's where a lot of the fat is held right there. Around that midsection, around those obliques and stuff like that. That's where it's at. So you lose that right there, trust me, you'll see a better you and you'll feel better. Go ahead, brother Treg. So you got
And we can't spot reduce fat. You know what I'm saying? What the fat that he talking about is what they call visceral fat, and that's like fat around your organs. You know what I'm saying? So really, what you want to do is try to get yourself in a caloric deficit so you can lose fat all the way around. And even though you get like close to a caloric deficit, that don't mean that you automatically gonna lose muscle, because you able to still have high protein and still have your calories low enough to where you can lose some of that visceral fat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Fact. And like you said, there's no such thing as spot training. And the thing is, you can't build muscle and burn fat at the same time. You know, people don't get that. You know, when
Right.
you do your cardio is when you're burning fat. You know, when you're doing your anabolic exercises and you're resting, that's when you're building muscle. But and like you know what I just wanted to us make sure we pay attention to what Trey said. There's no such thing as spot training.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go at next. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
you can't get rid of that little bit of flab around the middle. You got to train everything. You know, just
Right.
it'll go away if it's usually if it's the last to appear, it's the first to go. So you know, just look at it like that, man.
Yeah.
Don't be discouraged.
And just sit there and say this. I know you experience this, Bruce, is that I get this most from women. Oh, I want to lose. I want to tone up my arms, just my arms, or I want to tone up just my hips. I'm like, you're not a robot. You just can't. We just can't detach you and sit there and just work on said body part. No, everything is connected and stuff like that. So it's the same thing when you're injured. Say your right hip is injured. What's going to happen is your body going to compensate for that. Then your left side is going to work more. And if you don't fix that issue, then you're gonna open up Pandora's box to be injured all over your damn body. So you can't spot reduce that. And Brother Trex made a real profound point with that right there. Go ahead, JT. You got it. We'll move.
I'm good. Thank you.
Good. All right. So let's finish this up. In addition, as you shed pounds, there's less fat lurking around to form, like Brother Trex said earlier, forming plaque that can build up in your that can clog your coronary arteries, causing a heart attack. Reducing your weight will reduce your risk. So be mindful of that, guys, man. The more weight that you have off your body, the more beneficial it is for you in the long run. And again, these are some tips to help prevent cardiac arrest, but there's no cure-all and stuff like that. That's not one thing, but percentage-wise, doing these three things I hear, plus some others, reducing stress is another one, you know what I'm saying? So that right there, those things right here can help you, alleviate some of those cardiac arrest situations that you may put yourself in. So let me check this chat out real quick. That's it. That, chat talking about, see what y'all talking about. Cool. Almond Brown is in the building, man. Doug is in the building. What's good with y'all, fam? What's up with y'all, man? What's up with you? Thanks for being in the building. Best Doug, best mod in YouTube land. What's going on with you? So now, guys, if y'all have any questions, man, go ahead and drop them. Drop this link. If anybody want to come up, share a story with it, man, feel free to pop in.
Yeah, because it's really nice when you share your stories, of success, or if you want a little help from us. I know it's a lot harder to type questions out there, and if making statements. So come on up here and join the family, man. Share your experiences with us. Be part of the show, bro. It's what it's all about, man. Fourth quarter, we like to talk a little while, then we like to be inclusive over here. So if anybody wants to jump on, man, there's the link out there. Doug's out there, Lala D, Almond Brown, a lot of people out there. Mr. Pads, I've never been on a panel with you, bro. You sound like a very intelligent person to me, man. I'd love to have you come on here sometime, bro.
Yeah.
Make that click, bro.
Yeah, man. Go ahead and click that. Come on up, man. Share your stories. If you got something you want to share with us, man. Because again, guys, man, we can help you out. You know what I'm saying? If you share it, let us know what's up. What's on your mind, man. You know what I'm saying? Instead of waiting. And also, guys, support the damn show, man. Support the show, man. Y'all sitting back waiting, man. Y'all don't get this nowhere else, man. Support the show, man. Take your time, you know what I'm saying? Drop some coins, man. What's my damn cash up? Drop my cash up. All the other content creators be cursing at y'all. I ain't gonna curse at you, man. But go ahead and support the damn show, man. God damn. No, I'm messing.
We're gonna come knocking on your door.
They don't want to come here, man. I ain't got no problems, man. Problems, no problems, man. They don't want those problems. Anyway, man, what's going on in the fitness world? What else y'all got going on in the fitness world? Trex, JT? Who's that?
Yeah, I'm drinking water. That's what I'm drinking.
You ain't drinking no damn water. You
Yes,
know
I
you're
did.
drinking
I drank some water.
drinking that sip. That sip.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know that language, man.
He got a big red and some sloppy joes right now.
Hell yeah, you know.
I don't know why. I don't know why you're talking to
Two
me
of
like that. I don't know why you're talking to me like that. I'm disappointed.
Hell yeah.
That vanilla flavored iced tea that you make over there, that special stuff.
Hell yeah.
Almost spent that out. I gotta cut that out. I'm just all about discipline. You know what I mean? I got discipline.
Hey, man, y'all. Hey, listen, y'all gotta be.
We're all
disciplined
ganging
this
up on the
time,
grinder
man.
over
For
here,
real.
man.
What's that, Ruth?
We're all ganging up on the grinder over here.
Ain't that wrong with that?
Grinder's the man, bro.
You can take
the real talk.
Yeah,
Stop putting all that sugar in your rice, Grinder.
So yes, you need to stay out my imaginary business. You hear me? I don't know what you're talking. I don't put no sugar in the rice.
Hey, I still don't believe y'all, man, that people putting
Yeah,
sugar in
people
their
do that
rice,
now.
man, and
Yes.
all that shit, man. I call cap like a motherfucker, man. Y'all
You
are some
do. Yeah, you
bullshit.
do.
Man, I don't believe that shit. I ain't gonna believe that shit, man. No way. I think Treg started that shit. To about some sugar in the rice. But who hit it? Who hit it? Who hit it? Salute, man, Doug, man, for supporting the show, man. Salute for my man Doug, man, hitting that cash out, man. Yo, man, that's what I'm talking about. And guys, hit the notification bell as well, man, so you get these streams coming up, man. Hit the notification bell. You know what I'm saying? Also, man, share it out. Share it out. Share the video out. You know what I'm saying? We about to get ready to close this thing out, man. We know how we do it here, man. We keep it half short and twice as strong, man. Salute to you guys, man. So, anybody want to come up? Mr. Pazzo, a dude. I know a dude that put ketchup in his rice. Come on, Mr. Pat. You on that BS, man. Come on, man. Jeez. Nigga putting ketchup in his rice. Come on, man. Come on. Y'all don't need to see that side of it, man. God damn, I seen people put sugar in their rice and tuna fish.
Yo, right.
Hey, they're finding rice. They're finding more and more rice is one of the most nutritious grains on the earth. They're finding. I'm reading articles almost monthly about the good things about rice, man. Definitely include rice in your diet if you haven't already.
And if you mix rice with black beans, that's a complete protein for you vegan type people.
What you saying, fam? What did you just say, fam? Come on, say that again, man, and twice on Sunday.
So if you mix the black beans with your rice, that makes a complete protein.
Preach, man. Preach. Man, that's what I'm talking about. And also, to go on your point, brown rice. Go with brown rice, guys. Go with the brown rice, man. I know you don't like that brown rice, fam, but go with that brown rice, man. That
brown rice. Yeah, brown rice is good.
That's where it's at.
I have this little Mexican restaurant down the street, and as soon as I go in there, they know chicken, rice, and beans. That's the guy that gets it. Two chicken, rice, and beans. I used to bring that to the boss at work every day. That's who we'd have. I'd walk in there if I didn't have the complete protein with the extra added protein in there. I'd have to go back to town and get it, man. It's really good, and like Trax is saying, you don't even need the chicken. It makes a complete protein when you combine the black beans and the rice. So.
Salute my girl Almond Brown, man. Y'all see it, man. Share it out. Support the channel, man. You know how we do it here. So, you know how we do. Let's go, man. We about to get it, man. Y'all gotta have a good weekend. You know what I'm saying? Today, Friday. We don't know what's going on tomorrow, man. So it's time to go ahead and listen to this information, listen to the playback, and listen to those gems, man, that we just dropped on you guys, man. So that's what it's about. That's what it's about. So ain't nobody coming up. So what we're gonna do is, man, we're gonna start closing this thing out. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Army Brown? I see you. What's going on? So Trex, man, let's go ahead and start closing this thing out, fam. Let everybody enjoy their weekend. What you got, man?
Man, I appreciate y'all inviting me to get on the panel once again. Definitely appreciate the movement, all the information, positive information. Salute to La D in the chat down there. Salute to Almond Brown. And if y'all want to, if anybody like boxing, man, y'all subscribe to a channel called Marlowe's Corner. We do live streams just about every weekend. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna talk y'all to death, man. I appreciate y'all. Salute.
No doubt, man. Drop that link, Doug. If you got that link, drop that link on Marlowe's Corner, man. Drop that link right there for me, man. Trex. You know what I'm saying? Grinder, man. What you got, fam?
I just want to appreciate. Thanks for inviting me on and everything. And just take everything that we're saying. Please take that, and it will save your lives and everything. And I will be doing a special live 9:35 p.m. tonight, open panel. So watch out for it. It's gonna be serious, but it's gonna be funny. So watch out for that 9:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. And the vet, Bruce Goals, what you got, fam?
You know it, brother Duke. It's always good to come over here on Friday afternoons, man. And today, we stressed on the importance of getting CPR certified because it's a thing that can happen any time in your life. You're better off having it and never having to use it. It's like a gun, man. It's safety. I mean, crazy comparison, but that's CPR card is important. Just the knowledge there, it can save somebody very important, bro. And you can have other people around it, and that's what this show is basically. That's what the point is. Get CPR certified, man.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. So, and with that being said, I'm not gonna hold you guys, man. I'm gonna let you guys enjoy your weekend. So we're gonna finish this thing. We're gonna get out of here how we started, man. So lend me your ears and eyes for about a minute. You know what I'm saying? Check it out, man. Let's go. Big Duke, all fire, no smoke, man. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, all right, all right, man. There it is, man. Big Duke all fire, no smoke, man. That's what's up. Y'all know how we do it here. Y'all know how we do it. So with that being said, man, you guys enjoy your weekend. That's my time. You know what I'm saying? Stay out them YouTube streets, man. Get outside and be more productive, man. So with that being said, man, take care of yourself, take care of others. That's my time. Big Duke all fire, no smoke.